Hello, are we live? Let me test. Loading everything up. Let's hear what it sounds. Hello, how is everyone? Let's see. You can turn the desktop, the Pokemon up a bit higher so you can hear the music. Okay. I think that should be good. If yep. We mute this. Hello everyone. I'm back again with more Pokemon Professor Oak Challenge. I've done a little bit of leveling up off stream. Look at my Pokemon. I got Squirtle the Bulbasaur, if you remember, to level 15, so just before they level up. And then right now I got a lot of Pokemon right before they level up, about half the team. Oh, maybe not half. I think just Pidgey at level 17, Rattata, not Rattata, but I'm working on Mankey, getting him to level 27, but I think maybe we should go and level up Mankey so he can start evolving. And just to show you, that's how much time it's been since I've played last, like leveling up. So let's just save again and get started. So we want Mankey at level 28. It's gonna be a pretty chill stream today, I think. Sorry. I might just go for an hour today, maybe 2 hours. I'll see how I feel. But I wanted to get one more stream in at least until the release of Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight, because basically once I start streaming that, I reckon I won't be able to put it down. But so we'll probably dominate the channel for a while, so I wanted to give at least some more Pokemon. We got it's not here in the chat right now, but I posted my last part to YouTube. There were some technical difficulties, as if you watched the last stream or you watched it on YouTube, you know what happened. Hopefully we're not going to encounter any today. I thought I was kicking my cables or something, but no, something's up with my computer. So I got the warranty information. It's still on warranty, luckily. So I have to get it sent in and get it fixed. It's basically just gonna be grinding today. But these are some of the higher level Pokemon that we can attack right now, I think. I'm pretty confident these are the highest levels. At least, relatively. With Mankey, I should probably, next time we I'll showcase its moves next time we get them showed up. Because, you know, there's been some changes, I think. Mankey was like level 4 or 5 when we left off the other week. Sorry, I just ate, so I might be a bit burpy. But we have Scratch and Leah, those are pretty sure they're the same. But we got Low Kick and Karate Chops and some fighting type moves. I was going to stream yesterday, but I lost my headphones. I couldn't find where they were. They were in a pocket of some shorts, that were ready to be washed. Luckily, I got them before I washed them, which I did washing today, even though it's wet and rainy today, so I had to hang it. Oh, so I had to. Let's just do Low Kick. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, maybe I'll just do Scratch next. Yeah. I did washing today. It's wet and rainy, so I had to hang it up inside on one of the fold-out clotheslines. It's gonna be wet and rainy for a while. What else have I done? You know, yesterday, I watched both the pilots for, Gameoverse and Planet Wanaka. They were both awesome. I mean, gotta talk about Planet Wanaka first, just because it was a shorter pilot, I have less to say about it. It was very fan service heavy, but I think if you do that in a pilot, it might be an intelligent thing to do, because it gets people talking about it. It gets, fan service. People notice that, and unfortunately, I think it kind of backfired, because people were talking about it in a negative way. However, my assumption would be people will be like, "Oh wow, look at this." If you don't know what these are, I should probably start off. Gameoverse and Planet Wanaka, they're indie animation pilots. Planet Wanaka, it's about 7-8 minutes. I didn't really get a great idea of what the story was, but the vibe was. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that, I'm back. It was only a second. But it's that style, Planet Wanaka. It's that style of like early 2000s cartoons, and that whole, not just cartoons, the whole style of early 2000s, which is a really nice vibe. It doesn't go above 480p, but it's, really well animated. I wish I kind of got more of a vibe for what the story would be. It's because I don't know if it's gonna be like all casual episodes if it ever gets made into a real show, or if it'll be like a have lots of story. But in the description they said there was some sort of like space ranger protectors or something, but I didn't get that vibe from the show at all. But it, it's they just played some basketball and shenanigans because, cartoony. There's not much to say about it. But Gameoverse, I mean, that was like almost 40 minutes long, right? And I've been a fan of Lava Ross, the creator, for few years now. You know, I found him when he was, I believe, when the Switch version of Utopia released, and he made a video on face paints and how to make really awesome Miis. And then, you know, he kind of did his Gartic phone stuff. And you know, I was big into that. So I kind of knew a bit about the creator. But the Gamerverse is based off an old animated short series that he and his friends made back in 2009. So I was, you know, what, 4 years old? So it's obviously a project that very near and dear to these people's hearts if they've been trying to make it come true for a long time. The people who are making it, the production company, basically the animation company, is Glitch Productions, which they've, you know, they made the Amazing Digital Circus, so, you know, they're well known. Probably the biggest indie animation company, I would say. And, you know, they've also have Dana Terrace's new show. Dana Terrace is one who created the Owl House, Knights of Guinevere. That's being made. So they have a good reputation. Even, you know, there was some controversy recently about theaters but I think, you know, this is, well, if they are making good quality content, they do seem to care. So having, you know, what seems like a passion project on them being made, I trust a company like Glitch to take it seriously. Gamerverse was really good. The premise is, once the game is complete, once you defeat the final boss or whatever, once the win condition is met, then the whole world gets destroyed, I think. I think there's more to it, we just have it fully explored because it's only the pilot. And right, so the main character is Kit. She's like a Mega Man style cat. You know, and her other character is this robot guy voiced by the Game Grumps guy. And a Learnosaurus. I forgot his name. He's a dinosaur who can learn. And all their worlds have been destroyed, so now they're trying to make sure all the worlds don't get destroyed. It was good. Animation was amazing. Like the art style that they've made for it really is simple, but it allows for this great amount of movement, right? In such small ways without having to do lots and lots of frames. I think it will make it easier to animate than if they went with a different style. Not necessarily a more complex style, but a style that didn't have as much pizzazz, as much power in it. The villains were interesting. There's a bit of fan service in Gamerverse as well, but it was subtle. It wasn't like Planet Monaco. You know, they were at a beach, so, you know, beach episode, or I guess under the ocean, but level 2 Mankey. It was the voice acting was great in Game Reverse. Very, very talented crew. I need to have a closer look at the cast. You could do that now, or maybe not. But if you guys don't know what I will be, you guys would know. What I will do as my dream job would be storyboard artist for animation. And you know, it was looking really, really grim for the future of animation. Not too long ago. So it's like, oh, how am I gonna get into this industry, and then how am I gonna be able to keep myself stable? But with companies like Glitch and so many indie projects opening up recently, I can really see we're about to enter a new era, one where, you know, Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers, oh hey, Mankey leveled up. You know, Nickelodeon, they're gonna be in real trouble, right? Like I think we're on the cusp of new companies rising up and maybe not taking over, but making a name for themselves. And ones that seem to care, right? Because they're not owned by these big producers or you know, corporate people. They're owned by creatives, people who want to create, people who want to let others create. And I think that really is gonna let in a new wave. I don't think, you know, Warner Brothers or Disney or Pixar or any of those companies are going anywhere. Not in the slightest. But I don't think they have as big of a hold on the industry as they once did, because, you know, they got too comfortable. They decided, well, I'm gonna, you know, we could just do whatever and there's nobody opposing us. But you just need a few talented people with some smart ideas, and we get stuff like The Amazing Digital Circus and Knights of Guinevere, Lackadaisy. Is it Lackadaisy or Lackadaisy? I forgot. I watched the pilot when it first came out, and I haven't watched it since. You know, all these big indie animation projects. And then I've also noticed a increase in short animated series on like TikTok and, you know, on YouTube as well, but mostly on TikTok. Kind of like reminiscent of that old school Newgrounds style. Maybe not necessarily in look, but, you know, people creating for the sake of creating, like creators like Mummy Joe. You know, he got lots of success with his Kid Vampire series, and, you know, but like, you know, I go in onto TikTok and I'm like, oh, can't wait for the new Mummy Joe video, or there's a one I'm behind, Titanium Daydream, I think it's called. It's like PlayStation 2 style graphics. I'm very behind, like months behind on that. But, you know, it's this real surreal. This guy moves to a new city. It's been a while. And you know, he makes friends with this lizard, blah blah blah. And you know, with creators like, you know, I think it really started with the Flipnote videos. Like there's, I forgot all of their names. But the creating like the little shorts and then it's expanding. I think Scrump when they made the This Cat Thinks Is a Wizard, but it's actually a little cat series. That was the evolution of that. That was the start of this old school animation style. Oh, not old school. Old school internet animation, such as Ugan's animations. And, you know, Ed's World is back. I first got into Ed's World, I think the day after maybe they uploaded the End Part 2. So, you know, very, very new gen fan, I guess. But my brother found it on YouTube. And he's like, oh, Sam, watch this, you'd like it. And I did. You know, we were kids, right? But Ed's World has been revived, you know, by people who care about it. And that's adding to this new wave of animation. And I don't really have much more to say on it at the moment, except that, you know, I'm happy. It's looking bright. I guess we haven't really talked about much Pokemon, but it's not much to say when I'm just grinding. That was 20 minutes. Honestly, it felt a bit longer. Normally I have my partner in here in the chat room. I didn't tell them I was streaming the last 2 times, but they just found out, I guess. And I didn't tell them to this time either, but different time zones. It's, you know, I'm in Australia, they're not, so it's hard to talk and that. We're almost out of moves. Pardon me, sorry. But what my point is, I don't really have somebody to like go off with today. I don't bounce off with today. Oh, I also found another friend. I haven't told anyone about except my family and my partner that I'm streaming, but my other friend subscribed to my YouTube channel, which I didn't know. Got notifications on for when I upload. So when I did that Minecraft stream, they're like, "Oh yeah, I watched it." And I didn't know till after I done the Pokemon stream, the first Pokemon stream. This is the second, so that was really good. You know, just they just watched it, and I was like, because I saw I got like a couple views on the Minecraft stream. I'm like, I wonder who's watching it, and I think I got a like. So I'm like, I wonder who liked it. I found out. So it's good. That's good. Last low kick. And then yeah. I'm hoping I can stream a bit more often. I've just been a bit tired, trying to do it once a week. I guess this will be this week's. With Lego Batman, I'm not going to play it the day it comes out because I'm pretty sure I'll be busy. But I'll play it the day after. And I pre-ordered the deluxe edition, so I have I get it a few days early. Or I guess everyone else gets it a few days late. 3 moves left. But it's probably my most anticipated game of the year. What else have I done today? Just regular stuff, I guess. Need to book a haircut. Oh, was that the last one, or do I have one more? If not, I'll just switch Pokemon. But, what else has been happening to me? Oh, I've been doing these art class thingies. We've been, the main thing we've been doing on them is making jelly prints, which, how do I describe this? Okay, let me just swap over. Let's swap over to Spearow, and we need him at level 20. Let me just... Cool. Jelly plate printing. Is you get a plate made out of like gelatin, and you put paint on it in a pattern. Put paint on it in a pattern, and then you just get a piece of paper, put it on, and you know, make sure it all gets on the paper and take it off. It was fun. I liked it. I probably won't do any more, but it was good. And then we made our own jelly plates out of gelatin. But I've been doing that with Mum, and she's fallen in love with it. She absolutely loves it. So I'll give my jelly plate to her. Oh, Mother's Day. Super annoying. I ordered something for Mother's Day on the Monday before, so it's on Sunday. I ordered express shipping. They said be there in 1 to 2 days, so Wednesday at the latest, right? And then they gave me an email. Oh, nope, it'll be there on Friday. Like on Wednesday, they said actually it's gonna be there on Friday. And then on Friday, they were actually, we're not gonna give it to you until the Monday, the day after Mother's Day. So, you know, it arrived a day late. So that was annoying, but, you know, my mum was complaining about this, you know, to other people, because she totally understood. I'd done everything right. I done everything. I tried to get it here before. They said they would give it to me before. So she understood, but she was complaining about it and how I got express shipping. And apparently in our area, express shipping just doesn't work, which is a shame. I worked in a post office for a week for school, and we definitely in that week definitely gave express parcels priority, because you know one of my jobs was sorting out all the parcels. And so I don't know if it was where in the line of work it goes wrong, but apparently something does go wrong, so you can't order express delivery. And then there was something else I thought I could talk about today. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I really want to read the new Ben 10 comic. I need to get it sorted. I tried getting it shipped to me, but there's just place nowhere would. So I have to get I have to contact my cousin and be like, okay, can you do me a favor? Get the comic for me, ship it, and I'll pay you what however much the comic plus the shipping, you know. So I'll make sure I get it because I love Ben 10. And I'm so excited for this new comic series. I keep getting YouTube videos with thumbnails like, oh, it's bad, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna watch shows until I've read it. I don't want spoilers. I'm not gonna go for my own opinions as well before anything. But Ben 10. It feels like comics are a great medium for Ben 10. I think. I mean, I always love cartoons. They're my one true love. They're what I love the most in pieces of media, animation. But comics are. I love the stories in comics. Big comic fan. If you're watching this YouTube video, when it's on YouTube, give me a comment. Tell me, anything. Tell me if you like the video. I should probably tell you to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, like a real YouTuber / streamer. Tell me, what you liked about it, how I can improve, if you have any suggestions. Any topics you want me to talk about, any games you want me to play. There we go, level up, level 12. Or you could just tell me how your day has been. Like if these are, I hope, one day I could become a background streamer maybe. But I really, at least temporarily, I don't want to do this forever. It's a hobby right now. I want it to stay a hobby. Maybe one, I want. Obviously, I'd love for people to watch. I mean, that would be awesome. But I don't want to make a career out of this. Maybe it's in the future when I'm working and I'm stable, just doing this as a hobby, as a thing once a month or something would be nice. But right now I've got lots of free time, so. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. So, Tomodachi Life, it's been out for like a little bit now. I took a week off and just, I played it so much, I was like, okay, just reel back a bit. And then I went and played it again yesterday. And I'm loving it. Before, I'll play it after the stream, probably. But before the stream, I got recommended a YouTube video adding Justice League and Tomodachi Life. And I was planning on doing like a Marvel Island and DC Island. I just haven't gone around to it yet. But so that's good. And the thing with Tomodachi Life is like, I know a lot of the beginning will be similar if we're adding the same characters, but there's this randomness to it that. So like even if you added the exact same characters as somebody else's island, you'd have different experiences. So far in Tomodachi Life, I've not really enjoyed the island building. Oh, well, I know I will. It's just I haven't been in the mood for it. I've just been loving watching the Miis interact. I made a TikTok with my Miis that I added, but I've added a few yesterday. Let's see if I remember what I added. I think I have 12 Miis. 40 actually, I suppose that's good. Obviously I added myself because, you know, that's, you know, what you did in the original Tomodachi Life. You don't have to in this one, but it's a good base. It's, you know, gets you familiar with the game. In a, yeah. And then I obviously added Gwen and Kevin from Ben 10. Not in that order. I added Gwen first and then Kevin later. Kinda wanted to choose the most recognizable design, so I chose Gwen from Classic and Kevin from Omniverse. Is that a little weird? Yeah, but particularly the reason I chose Gwen from Classic is there's this hair in Tomodachi Life, Living Dream, where it has this little blue hair clip. It's like, well, I need to use that to make Gwen. So, and Kevin's Omniverse design, I just love Kevin's Omniverse design. I think also the scar on his chin, the little X scar he has, that makes a great it's a great recognizable feature. So, you know, and when we're only focusing with the heads, I guess you could create custom outfits, but I haven't really been messing around with that too much. Probably will. But, you know, makes the characters recognizable. Before I had Gwen though, I forgot, I had Spider-Man, because I wanted to test the face paint. I basically added my Mii, and I didn't use any face paint for them. Oh, that's so close! Oh, only one damage to go. And then I've done Spider-Man to test the face paint. And I made it so, you know, his eyes actually still work, they blink. So that was good. And I added Marceline from Adventure Time. I'll eventually add Princess Bubblegum, but I haven't yet. Originally I was just gonna make Dracula, and I was like, well, I can just make Marceline, you know? And then some of my favorites I've added. I added a villager from Minecraft. Like, I got his voice perfect, so when he goes, it's like that exact noise in Minecraft almost. I can't believe it. It was awesome. And I added Izuku Midoriya Deku from My Hero Academia. I love My Hero Academia, but, you know, there's, you know, the people, there's lots of memes about, like, the Deku cosplayers and the fandom and how they're crazy, right? So it's fun kind of adding that fan interpretation, that crazy fan interpretation of Deku to my island instead of also the actual interpretation in the show. So because it's more comedic, right? But then the villager, Minecraft villager, and Izuku Midoriya and Midoriya, they caught together, so they're dating in the game. It's a weird pairing, but it's great. And then I have I added Sonic the Hedgehog. And yesterday, Sonic the Hedgehog and Spider-Man got married. My first married Mii's on the island. So that's awesome. I haven't really had much luck with romance. So when Spider-Man and Sonic married each other, I was like, whoa, what? Especially because they've been dating for less time than Villager and Midoriya. So that was fun. And I just thought it was funny, you know, the Spider-Man and Sonic did like the two most common autistic hyperfixations. So having them together is just, I don't know, there's something funny about that, you know, that I don't know how to describe it. Like the coincidence of why those two characters. And then, who else have I added? Level 13, great. Do I get a new move? Fury attack. Let's read that. I'll take a quick pause and I will actually talk. Summary. Fury attack. Foes jagged repeatedly with a horn or beak 2 to 5 times. That's pretty good. Normal move. Oops. And then some of the characters have not really done much, unfortunately. Like, I'm not really having many events in Tomodachi Life. Don't know. I've been really trying. I've been putting memes together. I've been adding stuff to the island. I've been, you know. Oh, yesterday I added just poison as a food, custom food. And instead of making it awful taste, I made it oily taste. Just like on the off chance a character likes it, and I think Sonic liked it. I don't think anyone else has liked it so far. I think it was Sonic. So that was funny. And yesterday, the memes I added ordered a disruptor to the island. Somebody who, had a very different personality to all the memes on the island. And so I added Amethyst from Steven Universe. Steven Universe, I love Steven Universe. My Hero Academia, Steven Universe, what's this person on? They're one of those. But so I added Amethyst from Steven Universe, and she just ended up being the same personality as Spider-Man. So I wasn't like purposely choosing a personality. I was just choosing what traits fit the character in the game. Because there's a little chart. There's a personality chart, and then personality is determined by how it's like are they slow or they quick? Are they normal or they quirky? Stuff like that. So my attack missed. So, got some of the same personalities, and Amethyst was the same personality as Spider-Man. And then I added I didn't really have any intelligent characters. I was like, well, who could I add? Because I'm trying to add a varied amount of different things. Like I want some from comics, some from different TV shows. I want some from games, some memes. Right, so I just added the nerd emoji, and it turned out really good. And he was like a introvert. I think both attacks missed there. And I just kind of put him in a weird shaped house I made with like orbs and the glowing lights. But and I added Link from The Legend of Zelda. I've been I'm a little bit of a Zelda fan. I've only played Breath of the Wild, but I like it. I think Zelda is a really cool world, or multiple worlds, I guess. But I've been watching Snapcube stream of the Legend of the Zelda series. So I finished her Ocarina of Time playthrough. I'm watching through her Majora's Mask playthrough. I think she's just started the Wind Waker playthrough. And I've been enjoying that so much. Being great background stuff. While I do other things. There's very few times I actually just sit and watch something without doing something else. Like, you know, most of the time it's drawing, or whatever. So I'm in a little bit of a Zelda mood because of that. So I added Link, and I basically added Link, introduced him to some people, gave them clothes, and then I stopped playing yesterday after that. If you guys have any suggestions for any characters to put in my Tomodachi Island, please do. I mean, I'm not gonna be streaming it or anything, or I might post an occasional TikTok or something, but that's all. Maybe if you leave a comment or something, I'll tell you if I added them. And for my art class thingy that I talked about, the very last lesson is tomorrow. We'll be making like a little book thing. I still haven't done the preparations yet, so I have to do that. And it's like 2:30 p.m. and I got it like midday tomorrow. So I need to get started and finish that. Hey, we're like a bit over halfway to level 14 already. That's pretty good. I know nobody's in the stream right now, but I should probably explain what the Professor Oak challenge is quickly. Just in case, you know, somebody's just clicked on this random stream right now or on a YouTube video. It's like, oh, I know some people, they don't watch VODs of streams in order, they just do whatever they feel like. So Professor Oak challenge, quickly, just collect every Pokemon you possibly can and the evolutions before each gym. So this is before Rock Gym. We need our starter, which has not been evolved with us yet at all. But that's Bulbasaur the Squirtle. It's a Squirtle named Bulbasaur. We need it all the way to Blastoise. And Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rattata, Raticate, Mankey, Primeape, Sparrow, Fearow, then Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Bijou, and Pikachu. I've caught all the first evolutions last stream, so I just need to level them up now. But I have not played Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green. I'm playing Leaf Green. Just the real reason I chose Leaf Green is because it has Sand Slash in it. One of my favorite Pokemon, probably my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. So that's the reason. I've not played any Kanto games. I had a friend in high school. He got the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee game, and we played. You know, we would take turns with that. That was fun, but that was only like an hour. And you know, when you're with a friend, you're messing around and that. Not really playing seriously. I have played other Pokemon games, just not Gen 1. Or I guess this is technically Generation 3 revisiting Generation 1. But it's just a definitive version of Gen 1 games. Okay. Spearow is almost out of PP, so we're gonna have to like swap over to a different Pokemon. Oh, we've been streaming for 15 minutes, that's pretty good. As I said, I was planning on only going on for an hour today. I'll see how I feel in 10 minutes, but I might go a bit longer. But off stream, I did it level up any Pokemon to their evolution level. So maybe I'll when we hit the hour, I'll get like Bulbasaur the Squirtle, level him up to Wartortle, and that like before. I think I got one more move left. Just so we can have some evolutions in this stream. Okay, last one, Fury attack. Okay, good, it didn't miss. Is it enough? Yes, 3 times. Nice. As you can see, I don't really have much plans for these streams. I tried to plan it properly, and real life got in the way. Let's get Rattata out. Oh, no, Rattata's almost dead. Let's get Caterpie out. Level 3, leave the lowest level Pokemon we have. And ignore this. You don't see anything in the bottom left corner. But this Caterpie might just get one shot if it's too high of a level. Make it level 3. Yeah, slingshot. That doesn't do any attack, does it? Let's have a look. Caterpie, Summerlee. I'm not like massive into all the Pokemon, knowing all their moves and that, so I have to look back. The mount reduces speed but no power. So we're basically just gonna use Tackle. What level does Caterpie evolve at? Level 7. So we got a while to go still. Oh, did Mankey miss or something? Or they use like a Leah. Yeah, I think I heard that noise. I wasn't really fully paying attention. Scratch. See, what's half of 16? 7 is 14. Might be able to survive one more. Let's see if he leaves us or not. Nah, I should have just switched, got the levels. Okay. Let's do Weedle, who evolves at level 7 as well. Weedle's a little stronger. Poison Sting and Slingshot Poison Sting. Critical hit. Okay, Weedle can survive one more. Oh, Mankey was poisoned, awesome. Was hurt by poison. I think Mankey is faster than us though. Oh no, yeah, we'll survive one more, because it was critical. So, oh, Weedle's defense was... maybe we won't survive. So maybe we'll just switch Pokemon to Pidgey. What level does Pidgey evolve? Level 18, so, you know, Pidgey could very well evolve right here. feels weak again, Pidgey. The scratch. Yeah, that's good. I was thinking I probably won't nickname my Pokemon aside from my starter. Okay, that's good. Let's get them healed. And then, you know, maybe let's get like Bulbasaur the Squirtle out. And level them up finally. Forgot what gender they are. Yes, please. Thank you, Nurse Joy. They're not actually called Nurse Joy in the game, are they? They're just called. Do they even have a name in the game? Sure they do in the files. Okay. Let's go to the box. Put it up the PC. Someone's PC. I was playing a little bit on Cobblemon server the other day. I might play more. Move Pokemon. Okay. Move. Okay. Oh, yes. What I did do last stream is catch another viewer because we need a second one for trade, I believe. Right? Yeah. For later. Catch another viewer for trade later on is what the guide says. Guide is made by I don't have it up. Hold on. It's like Mulax or something. Yep, Mulax84. So, party Pokemon. Let's move. Shift. So, place. Oh. Move. He should go in my party. Withdraw. There we go. Let's see. Let's just keep everyone in here. Oop. See ya. Log off. Okay. So, switch, Pidgey. Let's see if we can level up Squirtle to Wartortle. Oh! AI viewers treat. I don't want AI viewers. How do I block you? Gonna block you, whoever you are. I don't want AI viewers. Block. How do I ban? Let's check. Twitch. How to ban. Slash ban. Ban. Shelter. Probably should say your name. 671. Reason. Voting. Bots. There we go. So, thanks that one person who came in and was like, oh, buy bots. I'm not gonna buy bots. When I heard the notification for the message, I was like, oh, somebody's here. But, nah. If anyone ever sees links in the chat or... Oop, that's the wrong button. There we go. If anyone ever sees links in the chat, don't click them. Wait, what's my most powerful move? That threw me all off. Or not just links, or anyone promoting bots or anything. 40, 20. Water gun is most powerful. I thought so, I just had to double check. Even though we don't really need to use most powerful. Water gun. So let's see if we can level up Squirtle and Pidgey maybe. One experience points. It's not a lot, but pardon me, sorry. Still burpy from lunch. I had some noodles for lunch. Critical hit? That's good. Does that on more experience if they do a critical hit? I don't think so. No, 21 experience points still. Unless that was a lower level Mankey. Wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, my computer crashed a few more times after that stream. So, don't know really what's going on with that, but I'll get to the shop and get it fixed. I should probably say something, like, what's the rule? Can't stop talking for 7 seconds, otherwise you might lose a viewer, or if you're doing well, there's a potential new viewer every 7 seconds. I don't know how true that is, but you know, it's like a new Barbie sold every 7 seconds. Or at least that was the old statistic, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be more or less now. I know as a kid I was more into Monster High and Barbie, but my mum would let me get Monster High dolls because she got them confused with Bratz dolls. She was terrified of the Bratz dolls. She thought they were so creepy and she didn't want one in the house. But she's like, I remember she was like, oh, you can get a Barbie. And you know, Mum thought the Bratz dolls were the Monster High dolls. The Bratz dolls are creepy, so she associated them with the Monster High dolls because of the name. Because like they're creepy, monsters are creepy, blah blah blah. But I was very lucky as a kid. Parents always made sure I had toys, so there's, you know, not getting me a Monster High doll. That's okay. Look, we're already halfway there with experience. Kind of running out of things to talk about. I know the whole point of doing Pokemon instead of Minecraft was so I had something I could comment on the game. Make it easier. But then I think I've kind of missed the point of it because the Professor Oak's challenge is so grindy. At least when we level up Bulbasaur, it'll be okay. Then there'll be something to talk about. You know, I think Wartortle is a really great design for a Pokemon. However, I don't really see. I don't really understand how the wings translate into Blastoise, into like his cannons. And also I feel like Wartortle is a little too small to become Blastoise. It's almost like there needs to be like one more in between stage. But I think I feel that with all the Kanto starters, like Ivysaur and Venusaur. You know, Ivysaur is just like a Bulbasaur with a little bit more leaves, and then Venusaur is like this monster, and Charizard is, you know, Charmeleon is much more bright red, and it, you know, it's not much bigger than Charmander, but then Charizard is much larger than Charmeleon, and it's back to that orange color. But it's the first game, you know, they're working out some stuff. But I think Blastoise and Charizard are like, yeah, that's the target audience for the time, what the target audience wants. Where the same with all three Kanto starters in their first evolution stage. It could, you know, I feel like the middle evolutions were kind of forgotten about a bit. Oh, not. I feel like we're like, you know, with Caterpie and Weedle, the evolutions, they're like going into a pod form, cocoon form, coming out into these bugs. That's awesome. That's an awesome idea for a Monster Catcher game, and this was the first Monster Catcher game. Ooh, so close! Did you see that? There's like one more experience point needed. And we'll level up Pidgey, and we'll end the stream, I think. Look at that! One more point! Okay, Bulbasaur, you can evolve. Level 16, let's see! Ooh, our first evolution! This animation is really cool. Probably should stay silent over such a momentous occasion, but then why are you watching me? Why are you listening to me talk then? Do you not want me to talk? Congratulations! Your Bulbasaur evolved into Wartortle. Yeah. Awesome. Now, that's great and all. Let's see if we can get Pidgey to level up. At level 18, right? Level 18. Let's just save the game. Save. Right, and Pokemon counter by the way. That's a tough. Now that evolving Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur the Wartortle now, Let's just do quick attack, I guess. Well, I guess evolving Bulbasaur Wartortle was about 10 minutes, so I guess we're doing another 10 minutes. Main key appeared. Let's just do quick attack. Level 17 is quite a lot higher than level 3. I think, you know, when we get to, you know, Weedle and Caterpie, I can't remember what level Pikachu is, but we might have to go back down a little bit to lower level areas just at the beginning, and then we can come back here. I'll do that off stream, hopefully. I kind of wanted to do more off stream, but either I wasn't in the mood, or I was doing an art project, or you know, whatever. Not really. Or I was busy with other stuff. But I did quite a long time off stream, because everyone was like level 5 at most, I think. So, and you know, around level most of my Pokemon level 10-ish now. Or maybe not most, half of them. Maybe it's just up to Mankey. I might be like misremembering. Like if I look at my Pokemon, just Pidgey, Spearow, Mankey, yeah, about half, a little less than half, but closer to half than one quarter. It's funny on stream. So delayed. Like right now, I was just encountering a Mankey right then. That I just defeated right now. It's my terrible internet. And it's awful. We can't really get any better internet. This is the best that we're gonna get for our area, even though they advertise us, hey, we can get you more internet. So we leveled up our plan, changed plans because of it. I mean, it's slightly better, but still no good. Oh, Mikey appeared. Go Pidgey. I mean, Pidgey, she's so much higher level than all the wild Pokemon. She's gonna go fast, like first, because she's so much faster. But I'm just using quick attack. But I think we have all attack moves right now, which is good for the first gym, and for these early Pokemon. We don't, because all our Pokemon are gonna be so much higher level than every other Pokemon for such a long time. Does it kind of only need attack moves? Normally when I play Pokemon, I like to have, you know, for most Pokemon I use, I typically have 3 attack moves. I typically have 2 attack moves and one just effect move, and then 1 attack effect move. Alright. That's like my standard for early mid-game Pokemon moves. Obviously it's different depending on the Pokemon and the game and all that. But I don't really see us doing that here. I'm not like a competitive Pokemon player or anything. I occasionally watch like a competitive Pokemon thing on YouTube, but I typically don't really enjoy them that much. I click on like, oh, this will be interesting. and then either the gimmick wears off almost immediately for me, or I go, oh, now you're just going into the math for it. You know, with Nuzlocke, I like Nuzlocke, but when people start bringing out calculators, I'm like, that's not what I'm into. Like, if you play that way, that's fine. Enjoy. You're playing the game, not me. But if you're making a YouTube video, I'm not gonna watch a YouTube video where you're doing calculator stuff. Not because I don't personally enjoy that, but it's your YouTube video or whatever. But you know, I think it's if I were to do a Nuzlocke, which I've never done I've done a friend linked Nuzlocke once. That was fun, but I've never done a proper Nuzlocke. So if I were to do it, I'll just base everything on vibes. Like, this feels like it will hit. This feels like I think they might survive, which might mean I might fail more or have a good chance of have Pokemon fating, but that's what I would find more fun. Spiro. Look, we're almost there. Almost at Pidgeotto, right? Yeah, I always get confused between Pidgeotto and Pidgeot's names. I know there's a reason why they're ordered that way, but I always felt like Pidgeotto is a much cooler sounding name than Pidgeot, even though I don't really like any of the Pokemon. Yeah, hey, Pidgey's it's kind of like a pigeon name. They don't really look like a pigeon. I guess it's like the pigeons of the Pokemon world because they're so common everywhere. And, you know, they're not super strong or anything. So I guess although they don't look like pigeons, they are pigeons in essence. Oh, I haven't had a look, but I know the new Pokemon Gen 10 Winds and Waves, the world map got leaked, but you know that it looks like a great game. I'm not going to play it till later because I don't have a Switch 2. I don't need a Switch 2 right now. I have lots of unfinished games on my Switch and lots of unfinished games on my PC. My Compooper. I know everything about Compoopas. If you know where that's from, you get 1,000,000 points. I know everything about Compoopas. Plus, there's so many Pokemon games I haven't played, I can wait to play Wind Waves. You know, a game I really will play the Pokemon Snap, specifically the Switch one, the Nintendo 64 one would be fun as well, but the Switch one, just it has more Pokemon, so I'd love to play that. It's kind of like one of the final games I want on my Switch. I got most of the games I want, I just don't complete them. Which I'm hoping this streaming thing will help me out with completing games. Okay, 41. Level up! Yay! Here we go. What? Pidgey is evolving. Yeah! There we go. Congratulations, your Pidgey evolved into Pidgeotto. Cool. I think I might end it there today, guys. Almost 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. Got some Pokemon involved at the end. That's what we want. But I'll see you all soon. So what's today? Sunday. Lego Batman comes out on the 20th. So I'll probably see you on the 21st. Maybe I'll put a stream on the 19th on Tuesday. But a Pokemon stream. But we'll see how we go. Thank you everyone for watching. And enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah.